Hello and welcome, or hello and good morning to episode number 6 of Comment Chaos Live, the live stream where you get a little bit of an inside look into the other part of being a YouTube content creator. So basically answering all the comments during our stream. I'm quickly just going to finish a few things up here to actually be able to see your chat and so on. And yeah, while I do that, we also basically give people the time to tune in, since these live streams are not scheduled, which means that in order to not miss them, you definitely should, the usual, obviously like the stream, but more importantly, subscribe and enable notifications so that you actually don't miss them, because you will then receive a notification from YouTube. As you may notice, studio mode. As you may notice, I've made a little progress with the stream layout. It's not perfect yet. We finished setting up the layout for Twitch, and are just for now using a pretty much identical version for YouTube as well. One important thing, you can see that we now have a disclaimer at the bottom of the screen in every video that basically just summarizes that everything that I share in this live stream / video, if you're watching it later, is my personal opinion and in no way financial or professional advice of any kind. You should always do your own research, consult certified professionals, draw your own conclusions, and make your own decisions. Now, before we get started, keep in mind, so tomorrow there's going to be another live stream which is already scheduled. We're going to unbox this helium hotspot that I got thanks to heliummart.com. It's not just the helium hotspot, which is why I actually got that thing, because we're gonna have some upcoming news or upcoming videos about something else that thing can do. So that's tomorrow, don't miss that out. And other than that, as for the chat, so I said, first of all, we're gonna give people a little bit of time to tune in, and second of all, this live stream is, for me it's still early morning, this live stream is aimed to be around the 15-minute mark. So at some point, once we're done with the waiting part for everyone, I'm gonna, where's my phone there? I'm gonna just, not timer, but just gonna start the stopwatch so we don't get too long in the stream. And as for the chat, I will address it after we are done with answering the comments, because many of the questions might already be asked in some of the comments on my video as well. Now, additionally, here's a reminder. Check out, if you haven't already, Koinly. Koinly is a tool that you can use to keep track of all your crypto transactions. And while you're at it, I'm actually gonna open up a page real quick. Should be feedback.koinly.io or .com. Yeah, feedback. There we go. And I'm gonna log in. So just a second. Or actually, I'm gonna log in at Koinly directly. Then I should be automatically logged in there. And for that, I have to unlock my password manager, which, by the way, if you're not using a password manager, you definitely should. So personally, we are using 1Password, which costs us, I don't know, $3 per month per user or so. But it's worth every penny because it allows us to have access to all our credentials on all devices, which means if my computer crashes, I still have all the password, mnemonic phrases, private keys, and so on. So everything I need still on my phone and on my laptop. And and all of it is secured by a master password that you set and by a security key that also only you get during the setup. And so as said, last reminder, feedback, that's where I wanted to go. Let's refresh that. Am I logged in now? Still not logged in. Okay, if I say log in, and I don't want to sign up, I want to log in. Okay, log in via email. Let's see if that works here. Nope. Then we log in here with Google. So that should be, is it the right one? So Pi Network. So let's start with that real quick. So I also set up the Stream Deck a little bit, or preliminarily so far, to make transitions smoother. First thing, if I share my screen, you can see this is the Koinly feature request section. Now, as for Koinly, so basically it allows you to manage your crypto transactions. Sadly for me, I'm still dealing with some imports, and I'm actually waiting for hi.com to publish their proper export. They're actually working on something. Not sure if I'm supposed to share, but they should soon integrate with Koinly, and then I will actually have at least 90% of my transactions already properly managed, which is really, really cool. Hi Mage, by the way, hi Akashi, hi the new normal. And so, which is really, really cool because with Koinly, it's free up to 10,000 transactions, and you basically only end up paying if you say, okay, I need a tax report for 2022. You can see I still have a lot of wallets that are incomplete that I have to confirm. And then basically, if I need that tax report, that's the point where I would have to pay. But for up to 10,000 transactions, if you just use it to keep track of how your crypto holdings are doing, you can see our Bluetooth position is down minus 30%. The high position doesn't count because it's missing around 2 million high or so that are not imported yet, and so on. So it's really, really a great tool. Link is in the pinned comment. But more importantly, if you create your account after that, is there a shortcut somewhere? Not here, but after that, just go to feedback.koinly.io, search for Pi Network, and then go add support for Pi Network and vote for that thing. It's really, honestly, I'm starting to feel ashamed that there are like 45 million users of Pi Network, and there are only 21 that are actually asking for Koinly to add support for the Pi Network blockchain. So get that done, because even if in your country there is no tax on crypto, in other countries there is, in most of Europe there is, in the US there is, and so on. And users might not sign up for a project if they don't have an easy way to manage transactions, which is, for example, a reason why I right now keep my transactions with Pi Network to a minimum, because I do not want to have to deal with manually adding, I don't know how many transactions here, yeah? Same would be for Helium Network. If it wouldn't automatically, with the push of a button, if I go to wallets and either say sync all, or I look for my Helium wallets and just say here, sync wallet, if I would have to every day manually add all those transactions, especially right now where the value of Helium and of each transaction is really, really low, I would just unplug the hotspots, yeah? So consider this this way again. Even if you don't need Koinly and you don't need to file taxes on crypto, create your free account. You might have to report or file taxes in the future, then you already have an account and you can already have it set up. But even if you don't want to do any of that, create your free account and then go and vote for that feature request for Pi Network, because for every pioneer that is in a country where they have to report their transactions, they are going to be grateful for that and are going to be more willing to actually make transactions if they don't have to manually track each and every one of them. Yeah? Anyway, with that, we jump to the actual part that we usually have. So we're going to answer comments. Today there shows 15 comments. I'm sure some of them are spam. So yeah, so that's on yesterday's episode, maybe, yesterday's episode. Off topic, is there any email I can reach out to you? I have several questions related to crypto. Those are actually 2 questions. Now, first of all, for any YouTube channel, if you go to the About section, you will see that there is a for business inquiries email, yeah? So that's for business inquiries. If you have questions about crypto, as much as I would like to answer them, I do not have the time to answer individual emails. Like, if I would answer every email that is like, how can I do this? How can I do that? I mean, I do my best, but I'm just not willing to do it because it's inefficient. If you have questions about crypto, you can ask them in the chat of our live streams. You can ask them in the comments of the videos, or even better, you can, on top of the channel, join us on Discord, which takes you to our Discord server here. And in the Discord server, you can see we have channels for different projects. And there you can get all the answers. And the beauty of that is, first of all, if I don't have time, somebody else might potentially answer it. And even if I have time, then and answer it, it means I'm not just answering you, but other people also get the answer and might have wondered the same thing, but haven't asked so far. So yeah, so to answer that, so you can find our email for business inquiries at however however, for answers about crypto projects, either ask them during one of the live streams, in the comments of one of a fitting video. So if you have a comment or a question about Pi Network, do not ask it on a video about Alpha Network. Yeah, it just doesn't fit. Or even better, join our Discord, since we have channels for almost every project there to discuss them. And then just grab the link for the Discord stuff. Okay, that's the YouTube. So click here. Okay, yeah, page not working right now, but probably works in a minute again. So there we go. And yeah, wanted to say something else, forgot it, but yeah, so that's the off-topic question now. Thanks for your interest in applying. A slot is not available. You receive an invitation. Yeah, nothing to do here. So just try again once per week until you can actually submit your application. Don't forget, guys, Pi Network is now in the market for 4 years, and which means a lot of things go very, very slow. But in the end, the core team so far delivered on everything. So if you have to wait for a KYC slot, if your KYC seems to be stuck or so, like just have patience. Eventually it will be done. It doesn't really make a difference if it's done in 4 years and 1 day, or if it's 4.5 or 5 years. Yeah, like don't forget, I mean, how many years Bitcoin was worth nothing and then worth next to nothing before it actually took off. Yeah, I'm not saying Pi Network will be the next Bitcoin. I'm just saying that things take time. Yeah. Okay, that's about the Sentinel NFC card. And there is actually coinapp.co. There is actually the offer here for just paying the shipping fee. I'm not sure if 95 cent checks out, but what shipping, international, wait, what shipping cost? Okay, so anyway, so if you want the Sentinel X NFC for CoinApp, then you can get it on coinapp.co, and then just click on the banner for like just pay shipping. Yeah, that's, I mean, 95 cents. It's like an incredible price. That's an incredible price. Congrats. Thanks for the comment that told me about the Windows shortcut for the emoji window. Yeah. For anyone else, I think is going to be the best deal. Yeah, so shipping only. However, personally, we have the NFC card and it's laying somewhere around, but we also have the Bluetooth dongle, which costs more, but it's just so much more convenient, because with the NFC card, depending if you're on Android or iOS, you have to every couple of hours tap it to your phone. So open CoinApp, tap it to your phone, which means you will lose the boost during the night unless you're only sleeping like 3 hours or so at a time. And which then with the Bluetooth dongle, it's just hanging in our apartment. It's actually in the office, hanging behind one of my screens, and it automatically covers all devices 24/7. And in the more than a year that we have it, so like now it's probably 2 years, I only had to buy one replacement battery for like, I don't know, $2-3. Yeah. Yeah, here we have a follow-up from yesterday. I already noticed earlier. So you might recall it from yesterday's stream, the guy that was bragging about like using basically bots, or like, yeah, having a, like, instead of having a Sentinel card, like he uses his computer to basically spoof geolocation. And I gladly told him that it's good for you and that I hope all his accounts get banned the road. He suddenly switches to broken German. I'm gonna approve. Oh no, it's removed already. But he just basically, yeah, like with broken German, and started some insults about like, yeah, son of a bitch, jerk, blah, blah, blah. I'm gonna punch you, Jew, into your face, blah, blah, blah. And that he's apparently from Turkey, or a Turk, and blah, blah, blah. And that I'm a Jew pig. Yeah, like really, really, your parents must be so proud of you. If you're watching that, like your parents must be so proud of you. Like, and I'm sure like that 90% of people from Turkey or of Turkish origin would be super ashamed of knowing a moron like you. Yeah. But yeah, that's by the way, as said, like, so that's the downside. For me, it's actually half as bad as a guy. For Arena, it's much, much worse. So there are obviously more comments that are about whatever, like, you're too slim, you're too fat, whatever. Like show more of your cleavage, so show less of your cleavage. You're wearing too much makeup, or like there is like, so for women it's much worse. But even for me, I get the occasional moron in the comment section. Moving on, however, I forgot to start the timer, so I'll have to check here. We're already close to the 15-minute mark, but we'll see if we manage all of that. Okay, that's just thanks a lot. So I want to have the comments done. So if the comment itself is not saying a lot, then I just usually go with thanks for watching, combined with, that one is, I think, the one. Emojis on Windows are so ugly. They are showing some error. Well, again, if you have some issue, something like it's not working or showing some error is not really helping. That's not really a useful error description. How is anyone supposed to help you with based on just that comment? And in that case, like, the hive mind of Reddit is probably the better place than asking me. So best post in, and also include more details to get an answer as to what you can do. Blah, blah, blah. That's about Bondex Origin, how to pass the Passpage program, ask for registration through a working mail address. Is there any other honestly not sure. Bondex is something I have to catch up on, but they're super active on Twitter. So Bondex app, there we go. Bondex support. So honestly, not sure. Best ask the support on Twitter at. Okay, same comment like before. Again, good for you. Please don't. Never mind. Again, good for you when it's done. But if you have questions or comments or so, please don't leave them on multiple videos. It just causes more and more work. Oh, G.I. Joe, thank you very much for the, I think it's called Super Chat. Really didn't expect it. So, but really appreciate it. I'm not sure if there was an overlay shown or not. If somebody in the chat could confirm if there was some kind of pop-up or not. That basically, I'm going to check in the studio mode if it's even active. It should be active. But since I just set it up yesterday, there it is. There it is. So there we go, just with a little delay. So thank you very much. And the cup of coffee is already here, but it comes from our coffee machine. So it's like a little cheaper than $5 per coffee, thankfully. But really appreciate it very much. Again, good for you. There we were. Completed my KYC, and I've been queuing to get my Pi migrated for over a month. Like nothing you can do. As so often with Pi network, the answer is to just wait and be patient. How can I move my Pi to the mainnet? Basically, not sure if I think I have a video about it. I'm gonna check real quick. So Pi network, show all. I said I'm gonna address the chat also in a second. So just trying to finish, not the lives, but the videos. So we have by now a lot of videos. The mainnet migration checklist. That's the video. As shown in, you have to complete the migration checklist. And then wait. Yes, once you locked up so in Pi Network, you have your lockup settings, and before you migrate, when you lock them in, they are locked. You can only increase them, but not decrease them. And only after your first migration happens, you can adjust them again. So once you locked up your initial settings, you can only increase them. Then only after the first migration you are going or then they can only be adjusted again after the first migration. Yeah, almost. So there we go. And please, I lock up my Pi, but I have not done KYC yet. So unfortunately, so that's the same case. So possible. So only after you, so if you locked in your settings before you have your migration, in my experience, you can only increase the settings. So if you set up 1 year 50%, you could set it then to 1 year 100%, or 3 years 50%, or 3 year 100%, but you could not set it to lower, like 50% 2 weeks or something like that. But once you had your first migration, you can again then deal with the lockup settings. Yeah, that's a thanks for watching kind of comment. So thanks for watching. And where do we have, oops, wrong button, again, wrong button. And now I minimized everything. Okay, so just have to get my screens back. Agora Pulse, that goes there. And Studio, okay, why does it have, that's the chat here. Yeah, so never mind. Okay, so yeah, thanks for watching. Windows Start, there we go. And send, and now can I please, okay. Yeah, okay. Yeah, like at this point, so it's just annoying. Like, I mean, I know people want to show off or so, you know, like, I mean, if you know how to get the card that cheap, great, then share how you can get it that cheap. If you just want to brag that you paid 95 cents by leaving 3 times the same comment, then honestly, I mean, I'm happy for you, but it's just annoying then, yeah, good for you. So Pi network to the moon, yes, there we also have a response for it. Pi rocket moon. There's obviously no Pi emoji, so, and that's it. Then we're going to refresh, and Agora Pulse is going to do what it sometimes does and suddenly get a ton of old comments that, yeah, like there is the same comment, just replied somewhere else, not going to bother. So it's the 4th time. Blah, blah, blah. Do you think it will be good in a few years? Well, yeah. I'm holding mine, but you obviously, so the my XYO tokens have to make your own decision. Yeah. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, that one we already answered. So now we're in the loop of things that we already answered, so can review them all. And with that, we get to the chat. So I'm going to try to quickly. Pine network is tiring to mine. Yeah, like, so I'm going to actually highlight the message. I'm going to switch to the other camera. If like opening an app once per day and pushing a button is too much effort for you, then yeah, like, I mean, honestly, don't get me wrong, you know, like if you don't want to do it, don't do it. But if you have to, I don't know, if you work in a supermarket, you have to work, physically work an hour for like $8, $10, maybe $15, yeah. In some countries, even less. And in Pi Network, not saying that you earn that much. Yeah, it really depends. We will see how it turns out. Right now, most transactions are around like 20 to 25 cents per Pi, but all you have to do is push a button once per day. So like either have a notification set up or set yourself a reminder to, yeah, like basically just do it. And I personally, I mean, so where do I have my scheduled daily mining tasks? Yeah. So that's my reminder list for daily mining. Yeah, that's what I do every day. So all those things that I check every day, and some of them may never be worth anything and it's 5-second wasted, and some of them may actually turn out really well. But yeah, like I want to have those coins or future coins or tokens because it's really just a few seconds. So really, yeah, like, I mean, I guess you want to have some money. So the choices are you either work to earn money, or you, I don't know, like invent something, you launch your own company. So there's a million ways to make money. But as far as it goes, like it either requires, usually either you invest money to make more money or you invest your time. Yeah. And with Pi Network, you have like, it's literally a lottery ticket. It doesn't mean that it will make you rich, but the effort is next to zero. Like, okay, just going to the cashier and say, I would like to have one lottery ticket, and you do that every day. But instead of having to pay $5 or whatever for the lottery ticket, you just have to open the app and push a button. And yeah, like over time with more progress and so on, over the next whatever 5 years, 10 years or so, again, remember, look up how Bitcoin started, like how much it was worth initially. Don't forget the first commercial transaction with Bitcoin was a guy paying 10,000 Bitcoin for 2 pizzas, not sure. And yeah, like, so yeah, anyway. Is it possible to do international barter of goods and service with Pi? Yes, you can check out in the Pi browser the Pi chain mall, which is if you enter pipcm.com in the Pi browser. You can also check out, just go on my channel and check out the videos I did that show how I bought the Xbox games, for example. So Elden Ring and Hogwarts, or Irina bought Hogwarts actually. And then check the video descriptions there. They are linked to places where you can trade with Pi, so where people are selling stuff, and on many of them on Reddit, so in dedicated subreddit communities. And yeah, like especially Games for Pi, which is a German business that is selling a lot of stuff, so games and other stuff, but they are also selling things like, I don't know, Dyson hair dryers, whatever, like hard drives and cameras and everything. Yeah, so and they also do shipping. So you just have to ask how much it is. Yeah. Then we have good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Hi, Mage. Yeah, it's really great that you're here. Yep, all is well. It's still early morning and I'm still drinking my first coffee. So other than that, nothing to complain. Okay, now that chat window is also buggy. Okay, now it's working again. How long would it take for utilities to be developed? God, like why is everything buggy today? That can help Pi reach the mainnet. Well, that depends on what the utility is. So there's no answer to that, unfortunately, yeah, because so right now there's barter with Picoin, which is great because it proves that there are not only people that, oh, I want to sell my Pi, I want to cash out, but there are also people that are, hey, I believe in Pi, I'm accepting it as payment. And they're not only individuals that say, okay, oh, I have this used book, I'm going to sell it to you for whatever, 5 Pi, 500 Pi, doesn't matter how much. But there are literally businesses that are saying, okay, you can get a new PlayStation, a new Xbox, a new iPhone, a new laptop, a new camera, and you can pay with Pi. I mean, they might ask for like a couple thousand Pi for that item, yeah, but they still are doing it, so which is great. However, that's not a unique use case because you could also pay with Bitcoin, you could pay with Ether, you could pay with any other cryptocurrency, so it doesn't make Pi Network unique, yeah. And yeah, so that's why we have the hackathons, we have the Pi Brainstorm app where people are basically sharing the projects they're working on, and where you as a user should go once per week, once per month or so in the app and basically vote for the projects that you think are good, then downvote those that you think are complete nonsense. And eventually there will be an app that's super great. Maybe it's something like Facebook. I'm not saying that it's a social network, but maybe it's something like Facebook that's just standing out. But in order to use it, you will have to have at least a Pi wallet, for example. Yeah, it might be free, but you need a Pi wallet, or maybe you need to pay, I don't know, 1 Pi to sign up for whatever service it is. And with now 45 million users, there will be areas. So, for example, in Vietnam, there are a lot of Pi Network users. In other Southeast Asian countries, there are a lot of Pi Network users. So there will be areas where there will be a lot of people that will use that service because they already have Pi, and that will automatically attract other people that also want to jump on that service. Just like Facebook, which originally was exclusive only if you had an account at that university. Yeah. And that will then spread, or has the chance to spread, and suddenly you have a unique use case that causes thousands, hundreds of thousands, eventually millions of people that also want to use that whatever service or app it is, and that will then create their Pi Network wallet and will then buy a couple of Pi because they might need it for whatever, some verification, some bonus features, whatever it is. But yeah, it's hard to say, it also comes down to how many developers are on the team, how big is the idea that they have, and so on. Technically, it's possible that next week there is already an app that fulfills all those requirements, and suddenly we have our unique use case that makes Pi Network really, really skyrocket. Yeah. But it's also possible that it takes another year or so. In the end, patience is the key, with all investments. Yeah. I know this is off topic. What do you think about Ultimo Visa card? I don't know that one yet. Yeah, Ultimo Visa card. So I'm gonna check real quick. Yeah, I'm actually gonna share it. I don't think it's off topic. Like credit cards are really, really always wrong button. Sorry, wrong screen. So there we go. Ultimo. lowest exchange fee in the market. Exchange for what? Like for foreign exchange fee. So pricing. The website looks crappy, to be honest. Yeah, debit card insurance, bank opening deposit, platinum, Visa, debit, bank account. Account opening fee $600. Wait, what? Okay. Depends on the country. And personally, like my favorite card, and I'm waiting really, really hard to make a video about it, because there are going to be some really cool announcements really soon, and I don't make a video that's updated in a couple of weeks. Is High, but High is only available right now in Europe, and they still had a couple of bugs to work out. But basically, right now, for example, 10,000 High would be $100, and suddenly you have a card where for up to 30,000 euro per year you get 5% cashback in High instantly, or within 24 hours usually, that you can sell if you want. Or for that's like $1,500, you get 8% cashback, but on up to 100,000 per year. So that's like so you invest $1,500, and if you then actually manage to spend 100,000 the entire year, you're looking at 8,000 in cashback, plus the 1,500 are not a fee that you pay; it's an investment that you have in High. Yeah, and yeah, so that's my absolute favorite card, and that combined with Curve. Curve is a service. I think I have a link for it or not. Yeah. But basically, as you can see here, you can have all your MasterCard and Visa cards in the Curve app. And then you actually have a Curve card that also works with Apple Pay. And so you always pay with the Curve card. And in the app, you select which of your cards you want to charge. So yeah, I can actually show you guys that. I mean, I don't have the phone sharing set up properly, so I'm just gonna switch to the webcam in a second. And I know we're going overtime today, but yeah, real quick. So chat room, there we go. So Face ID. So in Curve, it looks like this. So there's my High Platinum card, for example. There's my Bluetooth card. There's a regular credit card from Barclay card, and so on. So I just select which one is active. So I could enable my Barclay card right now if I get my finger on that. Yeah. Which means now if I pay with the Curve card or with Apple Pay, it would actually charge the Barclay card. And the cool thing about that is that they also have like Curve is available in Europe as well, and I think they already rolled out in the US or are currently in beta in the US. And the cool thing about it is that basically they also have better exchange rates, and you can, for each card, you can set your currency. So if you, for example, have a card that is in US dollars, you set the currency to US dollars. And if you then have a card that is, I don't know, in Mexican pesos, you set that to Mexican pesos. And then you pay somewhere in euro. And then instead of the card being charged in euro or so instead of the card being charged in euro, the Curve makes the conversion for you and charges your card in whichever currency you configured for the card, which means I, for example, have a Miles and More card, so for the airline miles and so on, and they have like 2.5% foreign exchange fees. So every time I pay somewhere with that card and it's not in euro, it's 2.5% fee, which is ridiculous. But because I use Curve, if I pay somewhere in, I don't know, Thai baht, then Curve is charged in Thai baht. They convert it to euro at a really great exchange rate, and then my card actually gets charged in euro, and I don't have to pay the 2.5%. So yeah. So I don't know that that Ultimo Pay, the website doesn't look super professional, but yeah, I wouldn't pay $600 for a card like this. But to be fair, like one of my favorite cards is actually the American Express Platinum card that right now costs 720 euro per year in Europe. So, but yeah, there I also know what I get in return for that. So yeah, but yeah. Yeah, so Irina said we'll go over the questions. Yeah, Pi Utilities has some promising apps for Pi, such as Pi Pay. Yeah, so Akashi is sharing, yeah. Yeah, problem with many of the Pi Network apps right now is that they simply look like garbage. So while they might have a good idea, but the UI, UX, so user interface and user experience, so how easily it is to navigate through the app and so on is still horrible in many cases. But yeah, Blackford Exchange. No, haven't heard of that one yet. Yeah, might quickly add it. Blackford Exchange. As far as exchanges go, so I'm really happy with Coinbase because it's a publicly traded company. It doesn't mean that it cannot make any nonsense, but what's important is their financial reports get audited, basically, or get published and audited every year. And therefore it's like, yeah, at least like kind of like the evil, or something like that. Yeah. Besides that, High.com will have a lot of potential, and I'm obviously holding some funds there, but it's basically for having the benefits from High. But other than that, I would, instead of like worrying about which exchange, I would always pick the one. That's actually what I do. So in terms of exchange, so I'm mostly trying to use Coinbase. But other than that, if we go there again, I'm using whatever exchange integrates best with Koinly. Yeah. So because I don't want to deal with having to enter the transactions manually for exchanging something. But other than that, I would hold everything in a Ledger wallet if possible, and then only send it to the exchange if I actually want to exchange it, or if there's some benefit on the exchange. So like with High, if I send $150 there, I buy 10,000 High, I'm on High Silver tier, I can get the cashback card with 5% cashback. G.I. Joe, thank you again. You're really outdoing it here. Hope we get there. Blah, blah, blah. So that was the exchange. Yeah, like thanks for the feedback, by the way. Yeah. So we're trying. So I know not all videos and content is perfect and so on, but we're trying to improve consistently. And now let's see if I can scroll here again on that stupid chat. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, so pop-up was there. Yeah, so like Akashi asks properly, are you on the Discord server? Yeah. Oh, you're in California and it's midnight. So really, I thought it. Oh yeah. For me, it's a very early morning. So for you, it's like very late night. Yeah. Today's chat is lively, definitely. Blah blah blah. Pi supporter, that's great. Yeah. Yeah. So like, it's like with Pi, there is like, I think there's like two kinds of people. There are the people that are supporting the project, understanding that it takes time, and are like, okay, and I'm not really expecting to. I mean, that are like, yay, the project has potential and it might make me rich, but I'm not like, oh, where's my Lambo? Yeah. And then there are the people that don't bother to read anything, don't bother to pay attention to anything, but constantly are, how can I sell my Pi? Where can I sell my Pi? I want to sell my Pi. Do you want to buy my Pi? Yeah, so they just wanna, yeah, like just wanna cash out real quick. Yeah. Yeah, Irina shared. So for Curve, they also have the anti-embarrassment mode, yeah, which is really, really cool. So it works in the way. So I said with Curve, you always pay with the Curve card, and then it charges one of your other cards, yeah. And you can configure two cards as backup cards for your anti-embarrassment mode, which means if you stand at the cashier and you pay with the Curve card, and then it tries to charge the card that you actually want to use, but maybe the card doesn't have enough funds on it, or maybe there's some other issue and that would get declined. And then instead of getting declined, it actually tries to charge your backup cards, card number 1 and card number 2, instead, so that you don't have the, oh shit, my card didn't work, well, let me quickly switch in the app, or let me try another one. So it's really, really a neat feature, yeah. Ultimo Visa got my attention because it's from an offshore bank. I'm from California. Government taxes us for everything. Thank you for answering my question. Yeah. I think in the US, honestly, I wouldn't worry. I mean, you cannot really avoid taxes, especially when it comes to crypto, because the point is with crypto, transactions are permanent. And even if you have a wallet that you just create to not report it, if you at one point have a single transaction that makes that wallet identifiable, the government has an infinite record of every single transaction you ever made with that wallet, and you're screwed anyways. With regular banking, it might be a little bit easier because at least in Europe, banks are only required to keep records for around 10 years or so. And after that, they may or may not delete them. So if you did some shady stuff more than 10 years ago, chances are the government will never find out because those records are not existing anymore. But in general, I rather try to be tax compliant so I can sleep better. I don't have to worry about that. And then I focus more, I really focus on cashback. So for example, when we go grocery shopping every week, I'm not sure if you've watched the movie Queen Pin, since it was on Netflix or is on Netflix. It's about like a woman that uses coupons to save stuff, and then they start their own business where they basically sell fake coupons. But I'm a little bit like those women in Queen Pins, because when I'm standing at the cashier at our supermarket, I'm like scanning like 5 or 10 coupons from an app that always has coupons, and using a bonus point program. And then I use Curve because I get a 1% cashback with that. And I use the High card, which I'm with High Platinum getting 9% cashback. So on average, for example, when we go grocery shopping on average, we save like in cashback 17, 18% on every purchase. And I rather focus on that. So like, yeah. With the offshore bank, I would also consider how you get your money there, what your local bank would charge you for transferring money onto that card. And then you probably wouldn't want to keep a lot of money on that bank account because it's probably not regulated or secured in any way. So yeah, like, I mean, it might be an option for you, but in the US, you should check out, I think Bank of America has a cashback card that offers you 5% cashback up to whatever amount of spending, which is probably one of the best offers in the US outside of crypto cards. So, and when it comes to crypto in the US, Plutus has been rolling out, if I'm not mistaken, but there you need, if you invest 10,000 euros, so $12,000, you have like 6% cashback. And if you invest twice that, you have 8% cashback plus a couple of perks, but it's a huge investment. Although you don't have to lock it up, so you can at any time sell that amount again and just lose the cashback. And Binance also has up to 8% cashback, but it costs an arm and a leg and your kidneys. So yeah. Yeah, moving on in chat real quick. So yeah, drop by the Discord server. So really, yeah, so Irina mentions right now for her, money goes to paying for her driving lessons. Yeah, it's like pricey in Germany. Yeah, I actually have a picture of Irina, but where she's playing on the simulator on my Xbox years ago, and she just hit a tree or something, and she makes the cutest expression. Unfortunately, I don't have it available, and even if I would, I wouldn't share it in the stream because happy wife, happy life. But yeah, like, yeah, but I think we caught up with the chat. The stream got, oh no, yeah, okay, G.I. Joe, blah, blah, blah. Okay, yeah, I think we caught up with the chat, so, and I think, no, OBS is still running. My preview there is still running. Okay, we're like a little over time, so 15 minutes longer than expected, but I think we also covered a lot of ground. Yeah, we're gonna call it a day now. Don't forget, tomorrow is the unboxing stream of the Mulsite helium hotspot that does more than just helium, or will do just more than helium. And there's not gonna be a trading stream, so no daily market mastery today. Because yeah, like we're busy in the afternoon. Actually, our cleaning lady is visiting, and then there is like too much noise. However, there will be a gaming stream in the evening on Twitch. So starting at 7 p.m. GMT +1, which should be California morning probably. We're gonna dive into Sudden Strike, a game I probably started by mistake, but we're gonna see it through. And yeah, and that's it. So thank you all for tuning in. Thank you again, G.I. Joe 300, yeah, for supporting the channel. Really, really much appreciated. Hope you all have a great day. G.I. Joe, I hope you have a great night or a good night's sleep. And then see you all soon in one of my other videos or tomorrow in another episode of Comment